Good evening, traders. Welcome to the newest video. I want to clarify a lot of confusions that I am changing the strategy too often, or that I am no more trading our old core basic techniques. But really nothing changed. I'm only trying to find some solutions to help you with your own trading. Some of you moved here, joined us from the 1-0 group, so you know me at least 1 year, and the others came from GU Scalpers, my first group, so know me like 2 years, and even the others, very old followers, know me 3 years when I was a student. They were witnesses when I was creating my strategy. I hope that you all know that my only intention is to help you, not to make things harder, more difficult. Believe me, I also want to be profitable trader and don't want to see you losing. So regarding the ICT concept, this is his own strategy, this is his own view. I don't want to really make confusions by adapting all his knowledge to our course, because we are the volume traders. We have own view, own professional terminology, cheesy candles, deep invaders, and something like this. So by adding the ICT, my true intention was only to help these people who don't know where we are on the market. Just want to show you the example on the higher time frame. When on Friday here we had a liquidity grab, yes, adding a lot of orders just above these equal highs. So the ICT traders are also looking same as we for liquidity, for fast moves, but they join the market in very conservative way by waiting for a pullback, yes, to the beginning of the sharp move. So if here were the equal highs and on Friday these were taken and price started to drop, yes, so over the weekend someone could prepare for Monday with a hope to look for a sell, yes, because we had kind of this move, yes, from the top to the bottom. Then on Monday the intention or the first visualization should be to look for a sell only from this area, from premium price. Yes, so this is, I treat this only as a tip, that if price is lower, it would be good and safe to not look for a sell, because this is already the discount area from that whole bearish wave. So here's the big chance for a buyers to run, yes, to make a or activate the buy orders, or to not look for a sell. So on Monday, ICT traders would like to look for more for a buys rather than sells, because this is dangerous. But then whole Monday price made new low, so that setup, sell setup is still valid, but need to be updated by marking the fresh low. So then when Tuesday started, the patient traders also should look more for a buys rather than sells, yes, because the setup was still waiting here, even with this fair value gap, like here, yes, from this week to this week is the sharpest move and left the potential imbalance, which of course by our strategy need to be confirmed on the footprint chart if here's truly any imbalance. By making this low, even update, yes, move, because we want to see whole wave. And then when price started to go into the premium area, it's safe to look for a sell, not any buy. So by these ICT markups, I only wanted to show you where is safer to buy and when is safer to sell. Only this. For me this is big help, yes, and please do not think that I am now ICT trader and I want to abandon my whole core strategy. No, I thought that this is nice to share with you, to look for confirmations, to look for fair value gaps. In my terminology I call this imbalance pool, to find what is more possible. Only this. If you don't like this idea, of course, yeah, I can stop using this because I don't need this personally, and I only wanted really to find something easier for you. On this video I want to show you another new solution which I found today. I found finally after at least 14-15 months how to use VWAP. That's because VWAP was always giving me a lot of confusions how to join the market. There's a lot of break of this VWAP to the upside, downside, and hard to find what the price want to do really. I was confused. If you weren't, great, yes, a big plus for you. But I started to think that why to check the VWAP from whole week or even one day if we are the volume traders and we are scalpers. We like to see the liquidity grab or compression with leg out to see actual big traders. So I started the tests with custom VWAP. Yes, this is not any daily, any weekly, it's custom. So I'm setting the VWAP on the liquidity grab candle. Why? Because the VWAP is volume weighted average price. So for me it started to sound very logical that I don't need as a scalper to see this average price from whole day, but just from this one sharp move, which is breaking structure, which is breaking demand to supply, and these are actual players on the market. Like here, this is the Asian session setup, unfortunately, but I want to show you in the slower market how it's working. The Asian session was very messy, but here started to create resistance, and it was very unusual move to the upside, yes, with high volume. So that is the potential liquidity grab. Then even check on the delta, positive delta, but price is breaking and going down. Even broke that last demand on top. The bullish imbalance was also broken by next candle. So this is why I would set the VWAP here to see the average price from current move, from current players, what they're doing. Sorry. So with that logic, I would enter after break of demand with decreasing volume and reaction from VWAP, because VWAP is now my temporary resistance in this case. Take a look on the volume, how it decreased. Yes, decreased below my VWAP. So I would enter somewhere here and aim for broken resistance or for the previous low. And it was hit. Yeah, it was very long trade, could be very long trade. For example, with this low like here. Not any advice of course to trade Asian, as I'm mentioning a lot of time, but here's the logic, yes, to follow the current move, the current manipulation. Then next setup, this is the opening of the London it was on Thursday. Very confusing setup, because here bit lower was one of the demand areas, and also if you remember, here was the weekly, and this level somewhere here, weekly point of control. But that happened, this move on London, also on the previous demand, which I didn't mark unfortunately, so I missed the move. Here was Asian low, was taken by Frankfurt, and Frankfurt left also one low, so London make a liquidity grab. It took all these lows previously and started to range, and then we can see with increasing volume the bullish potential pressure, of course. So what I would be looking for is decreasing volume on the VWAP. What is happening with volume is dying while sitting on the VWAP. Yes, so you could aim for a previous high from the bearish wave, or even maybe here for this imbalance. There is no universal recipe or criteria where to aim for. Yes, of course, we need to check the volume all the time, but we are scalpers. It should be better to jump in, jump out as soon as possible after entry. So by aiming for these highs, how this big distance it was, 17 pips, 8 pips for example of stop loss. Don't be scared to use bigger stop loss, because as we know, now market is a bit sharper and the candles are bigger. We can still see 10, 15, sometimes even 20 pips 1 minute candles. So it's nothing bad. We still just need to find good risk reward to make this game worth this risk. But that setup was beautiful. Let's go forward for another setup. This is from yesterday, from Friday. You can also see here beautiful creation of support and then a liquidity grab, and price broke that supply and make new high. I want to check the delta here, but that last candle was negative delta, but price didn't go down, left the imbalance at the bottom and created new high. So who is stronger? Yes, that was the typical liquidity grab from our strategy. So I'm not changing anything. I'm still looking for price manipulations. But I'll just try to add a new tool, finally, after 15 months of looking how to use the VWAP. So for me, really, this is very logical, that I would like to see the average price from current wave, from current players. So after this high, let's check the volume, where it died. It's going down and down. Yes, so yeah, that candle was crazy. We need to always take a look of the imbalances where the move started. But as I said, don't be scared with the bigger stop loss, because here the very safe could be really 28, but aiming for the previous high, it's 64 or 60 pips, so you could get here easy 1 to the 2. I know that it can sound very strange that we use such a big stop loss as 10, 15. In this setup, 20 years, over 20. But I think and I feel that I am at the moment that I don't want to make any more show off, any more Instagram circus to prove people how tight stop loss can be. I want to beat the market, earn my money and go out without risking too much. So after this really 3 years of this show off, I don't care about my stop loss size. I want to earn. So that I believe that you can have similar approach to not be scared. If setup is showing something, big candle, yeah, old me, even half year ago, wouldn't take that candle, even by just marking the imbalance and waiting for decreasing volume, because that would be anyway huge, yes, because the basic our strategy is telling that the safe stop loss should be below measured candle. This candle should be measured. This here we had big imbalance. So don't be scared. This is still using same strategy but with bigger stop loss due to market conditions. So I don't care if this is 30 pips because I am aiming for a logical 60. Yes, previously, half a year ago or 2 months ago, I would never ever aim for 60 pips as a scalper. Because usually that wave shouldn't be almost 100 pips. Yes, just few candles. Next liquidity grab. Here we have also beautiful and clean support. And then boom. Big bearish candle and break of bearish imbalance, break of the supply. That is clean liquidity grab with a buy setup. So let's set this in the low, in the liquidity grab candle, and then what? Wait for decreasing volume. So there are two possibilities. Yes, that yeah, here we have decreasing volume. That you aim for the previous high, like 27 pips, but here was a later bearish move, yes. So this is why I'm saying below measured candle. So by setting in this case also 23 pips, but aiming for that high, it was 1 to the 3 setup with this drawdown, but with aiming for a previous high from bearish wave, it could be a 1 to the 1 in this case. Nothing really bad. Nothing bad. I know that the 1 to 1 are not so juicy and so lovely setups, but here's the whole logic. So I start to believe that I needed to wait this over a year to understand how to use the VWAP. I hope that you can find this logic, because it's brilliant. Really, please test this on your pairs. You want to trade the alternative pairs like euro dollar or Japanese yen with dollar. I even find something on the Nasdaq, one of my favorite instruments. Because also take a look here, guys. We had a beautiful support, huge liquidity grab, a big rejection candle which started to break this previous high. So new structure is forming. Then even here, yes, you can see the retest of the VWAP, high volume, lower, lower, lower. Yet the volume was decreasing here in this case. Here we had demand, so below the demand 25 pips. For Nasdaq this is really very tight stop loss to the previous high, perfectly reached, yeah. So that could be like, okay, 20 to the almost 70. So similar to last GU setup, 1 to the 3 possible. So I hope you will like this, because in my opinion it can really help to find the entries. It's working beautifully. I tested this in last couple of days. Just don't want to make this video too long. I want to also see maybe some engagement from your side, because just it is not too beautiful, not so beautiful when I just trying to ask you about finding one setup, or to hear some feedback, and from 50 people from the group only Christoph, Uran and Stax gave me any words about the last video. But really, as I said, guys, we are here for you, and by asking some questions or giving to us the suggestions about next videos or the topic you want to see, this is making our job easier. I like to record the videos, I like to show you setups, so if the ICT concept or the ICT help, like really looking where to buy, where to sell, you don't like this, so maybe you will like the final VWAP technique I would use from now. So hopefully it will help you. Please, a few words, write something on the off-topic channel. What do you think about this? If this is logical to use only VWAP from the current wave, the actual move. For me this is, wow, very, very logical idea. But you know, I am a shy, humble guy, and I would like to see also your opinions. I'm not saying that everything I do is correct, but it needs, of course, tests. So do not use this VWAP later, too long, just to find your entry. The first few minutes, the first touch reaction with the VWAP is the most crucial and important. Because later and later and later, from the main move, we are in danger that the buyers in this case could be weaker. Yes, so join as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, guys, and I wish you a beautiful Sunday.